teenager that's been bugging you for a phone and you're not thrilled about the idea of having a $70 bill to pay every single month so that your teenager can just talk to their friends all day, you might want to think about coming into the world of Tracfone, because the things that you can look forward to here, and you are getting accessories that come along with this: no credit checks, no contracts. There are no bills or activation fees, overage charges, cancellation fees ever. That is not the way the world of Tracfone works. This is also a phone right here from LG. And LG is QVC's #1 selling Tracfone brand. So if you want to come in and see what this is about, we only debuted this about 3 weeks ago, where you get the phone, you get the USB, mini micro USB car charger. You're getting the way for you to charge it, obviously at home with your AC adapter. When I come around here, you can see that you're getting the 1 year of service, and included in that 1 year of service, 1,500 minutes, 1,500 texts, 1.5 gigabytes of data, and then a little app voucher for a software suite to get your bundle started. And the only choice that you need to make is, what color of case do you want to go with this? These are done, 3 of them are done in almost like a matte finish. So we have the purple, which is a lighter shade of purple. We have blue. We have the black, and in a minute you are going to see the paisley, which is pretty much last call at this point. But once you choose the color there of your case, your whole thing is $99.95, including the year of service. The phone would usually cost about $91 and change on its own. Everything we're talking about, including the car charger, and then most importantly, your 1 year airtime service plan, including the minutes, the text, and the data that you see there, that would usually be closer to $125. If sold separately, $223.56 is closer to what we're talking about. Your featured price is $99.95, but you can do it one better on 5 easy payments, your own major credit card of under $20 a month. And to take it even further, your shipping and handling is free. That opportunity is expiring at the end of the day, just to let you know. So that being said, I want to introduce our electronics expert. We have Oscar Duvall joining us tonight. Hello, sir. Hi.
I love working with you.
I love to see you.
We're always eye to eye.
And we're always eye to eye, and it's like the good old days when we started. I know. You've actually been in the electronics industry since 1995,
yeah,
so you kind of know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And this is why I like you here, because this would be a very weird and boring hour if it was just me. So
I'm sure it'd be perfectly fine, but you have something that's great. You have something that's fun to have. You have a smartphone that's done by LG, and you have a smartphone that's ready to go right out of the box.
And that's what I think is impactful about this, because this is a real phone. This is not like a phone that is one of those mock-ups that seems to have like kind of a shiny screen or something. This is an LG. This is, once again, QVC's #1 selling Tracfone brand. But by the way, when it comes to Tracfone itself, they're the #1 national wireless service when it comes to no contract phones.
Yeah, nationwide. They have a large 5.3-inch screen, Android 7.0 Nougat, which is the operating system. It's got 16 gigs of internal memory. It's got an 8-megapixel camera right on the back. It can also do high-definition video recording. It also has another camera built right in the front. Built-in GPS too. You can also download over 1 million different apps onto your phone. So, and the nice thing about this is 4G LTE, so you're going to get the fastest and greatest speeds. Now, Tracfone, they piggyback off of the most, I guess you could say, the most impressive phone service nationwide. And normally you see those maps out there. They come in different colors. Usually it's in red. Here's the green version of it.
Of the map
to kind of give you an idea of all your coverage that you're going to get across the whole entire United States. So that's a nice thing about Tracfone. You're always going to have that dependable service that comes with it. And the most important, there's never any contracts.
Right.
There's never any of that kind of nickel and diming. There's no sign-up fees. There's no termination fees. It's a phone with great service, and you actually get to test everything out, because you get, 1,500 minutes to text. You get 1,500 minutes to talk, and you're also going to get over 1.5 gigabytes of data to basically get onto the internet. And with this data, you actually can do quite a bit with it. So let's say from talk, it's 1,500 minutes. Text, 1,500 minutes. And when it comes to data itself, well, you're looking about 75 hours of like social media. You're looking at close to 20,000 emails. This is kind of giving you an average of what you can do. Or 40 hours of basically on that really long car ride using a GPS. That's the nice thing about it. This all comes included and you get to basically use it when you first activate it.
So, and you don't have to activate it right away, right? You have a few months?
Exactly. So imagine, like my birthday's coming up in October.
Oh, okay. We're planning for Oscar's birthday.
We're planning for birthday. So if you wanted to give it to me, those minutes wouldn't start expiring right when you buy it. So when you would give it to me, and I would unwrap it out of my gift.
In October.
In October. And then I can basically just say, put in my information, and then that's when all my minutes get activated. I have a full year to use them. So that's when everything pops up.
So again, oh, by the way, can we show the paisley?
We could definitely
Because I just want to let you know, because Oscar had the paisley. We only had like the one sample here in the building. So here's the paisley. Last call. We have fewer than a dozen remaining. It's very possible that may disappear before the end of the show, and that's fine. I just wanted to make sure you had a chance to see it. 5 easy payments of under $20 a month. And you know what, too? The idea of having a phone like this, where you get to do everything that everybody else is doing. You are not left out. You're not taking crummy photos. You get to do everything that everybody else is doing without just spending $70 for no reason, like every single month. You know what I mean? You only pay for what you use.
Yeah, and that's the nice thing about this. It's a full-fledged smartphone, and it's done by LG. So, and there's no skimping in this. So you're going to still have inside of this a quad-core processor. It's a 1.4 quad-core technology inside of it. You're going to still have 16 gigs of memory, and if you want to add more, not a problem. It's fully upgradable. You can add actually up to, not that you're going to do this, but you can add an extra 2 terabyte memory card into this.
Really? Yeah. So you can upgrade it if you want to?
Yeah, you're not going to do that because that's like huge, but you can add different types of memory cards to, let's say if you do a lot with music, if you do a lot with movies, streaming, and you want to save a lot of that, especially with social media and stuff, you can definitely do it with this because you have plenty of space.
Look at that screen.
Well, beautiful high definition screen,
pretty.
Beautiful detail, and that's a nice thing about LGs. They give you a lot for your money. So when you're out on that vacation and you're taking those photos, you have a camera in the front, camera in the back.
Wait,
and
is that
the detail.
Florence?
This one is actually in Rome. That's
oh, that was in Rome?
That is the Trevi Fountain.
Oh,
that's where you throw little coins in, and so you know you come back.
Who is that?
That is my little traveling companion. That is Toledo Monkey.
So you don't do Flat Stanley, you have Toledo Monkey.
Yeah, I bring he's actually goes, like say there's a few of them. Here we go.
I see that.
He's in every shot. So when you're trying to take some great shots, we'll take something that's worthwhile taking with it.
Dude, by the way, I mean, those shots are amazing.
Well, thank you. I
that you're seeing on there. You're welcome. Look at how beautifully crafted this phone is. And again, you're getting all the accessories that you should need, including the car charger, which is going to be more valuable than you might expect. And when you're running out of power and you're on the road. But I have a question for you.
Okay, what's
so
your
we're
question?
talking about the 1,500 texts, 1,500 minutes to talk, and all of that. But what if we're at home and we're on Wi-Fi?
Ooh, that's a good question. Then you're not using any of your minutes and none of your texting minutes, none of your data, because you're actually using the Wi-Fi inside your household.
So if it's in your house, if it's in your friend's house, if you're at that hotspot at your favorite coffee shop, if you're on their Wi-Fi, always check to see.
Not using any data.
You're not using up any of the stuff that you've purchased, which I think is terrific.
Yeah, and it's super easy. Now, most people ask, well, okay, so how do I put more minutes back on my phone, or what do I do? Well, you have a couple options. Now, if you want to do the old school way, you can actually go into any of those stores out there, any of the box stores, and you can pick up like one of these cards. And with what one of these cards does, and I'll show you right here in the camera, with one of these cards, what it does, it actually, you can basically scratch it right off, and then once you scratch that information off that card,
I think they're trying to figure out which camera to use. There you go.
So you can pick up one of these cards and you can scratch off the little number that's on the back and put the information in your phone, and then it gives you more minutes and more time. Or
but what if you don't have access to something like this? Is there an easier way?
There is a super easy way, and this is all you do. So you go right to your phone, and on your phone there's a little option right here called My Account Downloader. You click on that and this little screen pops up, and what happens is it actually goes in and sets it up so you can add more minutes. So I can add more minutes, I can activate my phone. So right now it's not active, but this is how you activate your phone, and this is how your options pop up. I click here, see that button that says activate? I click that, and then it gives me my options. Do I want a new phone number, or do I want to keep my old phone number from my old provider? So if I want to keep my get a new phone number, I click that, I put in my zip code, and it gives me a local number. If I go back and just show you real quick, and if I go and keep my phone number, it'll ask you to put your phone number in, and then it'll ask you a couple more questions about your information about your phone provider, and what they'll do is they'll actually break up with them for you.
So I don't have to make the breakup call?
Yeah, because sometimes it gets awkward.
Yeah, because they're like, well, what's the matter? What if we offer you this? And you just kind of really
And you
want to
just
end the phone
really
call.
want to end it. So think about it as like your best friend that's breaking up with that guy for you, so you don't have to. So that's what Tracfone does for you. So they'll actually break up with them to kind of make it easier for you.
Yeah, so my line producer said, but I thought we were really connecting. Get it? Connecting.
Connecting.
Scott. Thanks for the joke, though. I appreciate it. So, you know what? When you really think about it, the fact that it's doing these things for you, we're also going to answer a question a little bit later on in the presentation about how to get your information off your phone, because I think that gives a lot of people angst, is I don't want to lose my photos, I don't want to lose my contacts and my stuff. Stay with
Not
us
a
and we'll
problem.
talk about that. But when we get this, oh, are you going to go into it now?
Well, I could show you if you like.
Do you want to, should we unbox it first?
Sure, let's unbox
Let's
it.
do the unboxing, because this is the order
Then we can
do it
add
in
to
when we
it.
get
Okay,
it at
that
home.
makes sense. All right, so this is our unboxing feature. This is what you're going to do. So once you get that box at home, it's going to be super easy to set everything up. So once you get that box, you can get your phone, and you're going to get all the little doohickeys that comes with it. It's basically your power charger, your cable, everything. Now, with most of the times, you have to add the battery. With this one, the battery's already there, so you're fine. You're going to plug in the cable, and when you plug in that cable, you're going to charge it for a couple hours. Give it like a good 6 hours to give it a nice, good charge. Then once you're done that, and turn on your phone, it might do a couple downloads, but what you do is you can either bring over your old phone number or use the new number and get your phone up and running. On an average, it will take you about 5 minutes to get yourself up and running and your phone activated up and set to go.
So 12 minutes in and we already lost a case.
Oh, would it be my case?
Yeah, your
Oh.
Paisley just officially
Okay.
sold out. So
All right.
I just want to let you know we have 3 other colors that we have available in just a second. But I love this. It even says if you're already a Tracfone customer, you can just transfer your information.
Yeah, it works automatically. There's actually an app that you can download, and we can show you that app too. So what happens is, and I think we're going to show you real quick. So there's an app you can download from the Google Store. It's free. You're not paying for it, and it's called the Transfer Wizard. I click on this, and this is what happens. It'll give me a pretty simple, just it's going to be a simple question.
And you have to put this transfer wizard on both of the phones, the one that you're, the
Right.
old one and the new one.
Right, and what it'll do, it'll help transfer your contacts, your photos, your videos, anything that you consider really important that was on your other phone, now transfers over to your new phone. And there's software that actually helps you do it. You do not pay for the software. The software is a free download from Tracfone on the Google Play Store. So don't worry about all those photos that are trapped on your old phone. You can bring everything back. And it's pretty simple. All you do is just use your camera to take a picture of that little barcode, and it sets everything up and running, and you're on your way. So super, super easy. Now, if you're looking to, let's say, transfer from, let's say, an Apple phone, or for like another Android phone, don't worry, because it's kind of backwards compatible. It works with both kinds, so you're fine.
And by the way, if you are, you're going to be so happy that you're leaving the world of expensive monthly charges. And if you're like any of the places, when you get that, whatever that phone is, oh, you got to sign your life away for the next 2 years.
Yeah, none of that.
What if you're really not
That's all
crazy
done.
about the phone? You have to stick with them for 2 years, or there's a penalty for you to break that contract with them. There's no contracts with this. There's no activation fees with this. There's none of those little monetary, like you said earlier, nickel and diming things with this phone. What you get is what you get. It's very, very easy to understand.
Super easy. And there's actually really cool technologies that LG puts in their phones. So one of the cool features that I really like, and I think it's kind of cool, is do you ever take a selfie and you're trying to take a selfie with everybody, but there's always that one sacrificial person that kind of has the, what's the proper term? That extra chin, because they're the ones holding the phone,
Right.
And they never look good in those photos,
Right.
Well, because they're always, what they're trying to do is they're trying to touch the photo
Right,
button.
and so you have one really big arm.
Yeah, and it just looks weird, and it's not pleasant. So with LG, this is all you do. So you ready? You want to take a photo?
Okay.
All right. So all I want you to do is just say, what word can we say? You know, let's just say whiskey.
Okay.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Whiskey.
Whiskey.
And it takes its shot. So try it again.
Whiskey.
Whiskey, and it just took another shot. So now I'll play it back. And notice I didn't press any of the buttons, and I'll click OK so we bring up our photos, but that's our shot. So I didn't press anything. We used our voice. So when you say like keywords like LG, whiskey, or cheese, it takes your photos automatically. So it's like that person, it's like that friend that takes your photos, so you don't have to press the button to take your photos.
Love it. So your hands can be, that one hand can be free. Because I got to tell you, I've come so close to dropping my phone when I'm trying to literally like get it in between my fingers.
It does happen. I mean, it makes it kind of difficult. But here's also a nice thing about LG phones. If you look at the phone too, it's not a plastic case. It's actually a magnesium alloy case. So it's a metal case.
So this is the phone itself without the case that
we
comes
just
with it. You took the paisley one off.
Right, we just took it off. So it's a nice, beautiful like design. It's metal, it's not plastic. Now, you're probably asking, okay, well, if it's metal,